Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're off on a whirlwind adventure to the fantastic city of Quebec. We're talking about those spots that'll make you chuckle, guffaw, and maybe even snort with laughter. Don't worry, we won't judge. From quirky museums to gravity-defying waterfalls, we've got it all covered. So buckle up, grab your poutine, and get ready for a side-splitting journey through the best bits of this charming Canadian city. Right, let's get this show on the road. All right, first up, we're kicking things off in Old Quebec, the heart and soul of this historic city. This place is old, like really old. We're talking cobblestone streets that have been walked on since before sliced bread was a thing. Buildings that look like they've got a story or two to tell, and enough historical significance to make your head spin. But fear not, my history-averse amigos, because even amidst all the seriousness, Old Quebec knows how to crack a smile. I mean, where else can you walk down a street and stumble upon a cannon that's older than your great-great-great-grandpappy? I'm talking about those cannons lining the walls of the old city, just casually chilling there. And speaking of sieges, did you know that Quebec City is one of the oldest walled cities in North America? They built those walls way back when to keep out all the riffraff. So, as you wander through the charming streets of Old Quebec, take a moment to appreciate the history, the architecture, and the sheer resilience of this incredible place. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to witness the sheer power and majesty of Montmorency Falls. This waterfall is taller than Niagara Falls, and trust me, that's saying something. Legend has it that the falls were named after a rather unfortunate French explorer who took a bit of a tumble down them. Let's just say it wasn't his finest hour. You can take a cable car to the top of the falls for breathtaking views. Or if you're feeling adventurous, you can even zip-line across the falls. Just try not to think about that explorer while you're soaring through the air. And if you're feeling peckish after all that excitement, there's a restaurant at the top of the falls with stunning views. Next up on our Quebec City comedy tour, we're heading to La Citadelle de Quebec, a massive star-shaped fortress that's still used as a military base today. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it hilarious that in this day and age they're still using a fort built centuries ago to defend the city. I mean, have they not heard of drones or cyber warfare? You can take a guided tour of the Citadel and learn all about its history, from its role in various battles to its current function as the home of the Royal 22nd Regiment. They even have a museum where you can see all sorts of military artifacts like old uniforms, weapons, and even a cannon or two. And if you're lucky, you might even catch the changing of the guard ceremony, which is quite the spectacle. Get your wallets ready, folks, because we're about to enter shopping paradise. Quartier Petit Champlain is one of the oldest commercial districts in North America, and it's absolutely bursting with charm, character, and of course, shops. I'm talking about those cute little boutiques selling everything from handmade crafts and souvenirs to designer clothes and gourmet food. You could easily spend hours wandering through the cobblestone streets, browsing the shops and soaking up the atmosphere. But Quartier Petit Champlain isn't just about shopping, oh no. It's also home to some of the best restaurants and cafes in Quebec City. And for those of you who like a good laugh with your meal, who doesn't? I highly recommend checking out one of the many comedy clubs in the area. Last but not least, we're wrapping up our Quebec City adventure at the Musée de la Civilisation, a museum that's anything but boring. This museum is all about exploring the history of Quebec and its people in a fun and engaging way. They have interactive exhibits, multimedia presentations, and even a few surprises thrown in for good measure. And hey, if you're a fan of slightly awkward historical reenactments, and who isn't, then you're in for a real treat. Just be prepared to have your preconceived notions about museums challenged, because the Musée de la Civilisation is proof that history can be both educational and entertaining. Well, folks, there you have it. Our whirlwind tour of Quebec City's most hilarious spots has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed the ride and maybe even had a good chuckle or two along the way. Now, it's your turn. Tell me in the comments below which spot tickled your funny bone the most, or share any funny experiences you've had in this charming city. Until next time, keep laughing, stay curious, and remember, life's too short to be boring.